Welcome back to my YouTube channel today. One of the things I love is music, in particular the music that I grew up with, and I guess every generation of people is the same. The music they remember and love the most is the music of their youth, although as we get older we also get interested in some of the more modern things that people are doing, and we can actually become quite fans of that, but we always keep going back to the things that were in our formative years when we were adolescents and pre-teens and young adults. We always go back to the music of our era that we love the most. Most of us do, I think, anyway. I think I'm speaking for other people. And my era, of course, was the 1960s. Coming in the end of the 1950s and early 60s. That's the music that I remember. And I've got a huge collection of CDs and LPs and 45s and cassette tapes and all that sort of stuff. This is the 60s complete, original hits, original artists, and some great, was there five CDs in there, some wonderful music on there. And then of course you get all these compilation things that come out, you know, great jukebox hits and all that sort of stuff. And once again, there's a lot of the same songs are repeated on some of these CDs. And then, you know, you get Glenn A. Baker's a local Australian historian on music and all the rock and roll, and he brought out this one, Hard to Get Hits. I think there was another version of this come out as well later on. And so I love my music going back in the old days. You can see the cassette player, twin cassette player that I picked up from a deceased estate a while back with an amplifier, and I love playing my cassettes on there. Not only sermons that you might hear on this channel, but also my music from the 60s and other music as well from other years. So why am I rattling on about this today? Well, a lot of great groups have actually come out of Adelaide in South Australia, where I come from. The Masters Apprentices spring to mind, one of my favourite groups, and they were terrific, and there's lots of others that I could go into. That we used to go to the local Saturday night dances, I guess they were called, and watch the local artists playing there. And we had some fantastic people growing up in when we were growing up in South Australia, and watching them develop their skills and talents. And even people like Kamal, who was more of a crooner. He grew up here in Adelaide and first plied his trade here in Adelaide, and he was wonderful, but he wasn't a rock and roller. Anyway, what I'm trying to get around to is that during COVID, I've discovered, and as I'm sure many other people do, because you tend to watch a lot more stuff on YouTube and videos and things, particularly when you're in lockdowns, but when you're retired, it's a bit of an excuse to do that as well. And so I discovered probably 12 months ago on YouTube this amazing group that I would say they are the best group to come out of Adelaide worldwide. Forever. It's a big call, isn't it? And but the only reason I say that they came out of Adelaide is that they were actually born in Austria, and they spent the last, I think, 6 months of their schooling here in Adelaide, in little old Adelaide, and then went back, and they're just carving an incredible career based on YouTube originally, and still there, and bringing out their own material, but doing amazing covers of the Beatles songs, the songs of the 60s. And you might already know who they are. I'm going to put links underneath. Hopefully you'll be able to look at the links underneath. I've just been watching an interview they did back about 5 years ago about how they got started and everything, and they mention Adelaide in that. I'll put a link to that. But look up their YouTube website, and they're called the Mona Lisa Twins. Now, you may have already discovered them, maybe you haven't, but they are just incredible, and you should watch them. And if you love the 60s music like I do, or any music like I do, their harmonies and skills and production of what they do is just incredible. So there you go, a shout out to the Mona Lisa Twins. If you're watching this, girls, well, I love watching what you do, and you are really good. So, and greetings from Adelaide. So there you go. Like if you like, subscribe if you wish, and I'll see you next time. But don't forget to tune in to the Mona Lisa Twins. They are exceptional. See you later.